On March 15, 2022, the day after I arrived at Masbate Island, I visited her house with her together. Her family, her relatives, children, many people gathered in the house to see me. A small child among the children came up to me holding her hand. Pointing at me, she asked her, "Who is this?" Staring into my eyes, the tiny child said, "Daddy?" I opened my arms toward the baby. She came up to me and wrapped her arms around my neck. I felt the scent of flowers on her. At that moment, tears welled up in my eyes and soon overflowed down my cheeks. It was the second time in my life that her door opened. On August 28, 2020, my wife gave birth to a baby. She held a little creature in her arms and cried for 3 days. It came out into the world without completing last 4 out of 10 of its fingers. She cried and cried, thinking of the baby's future dear. She decided that she was willing to do anything for her daughter. And then she willingly married me, a 70-year-old man. One very cold day in December 1951, when Korean War was raging, I was born. The place I first confronted was not a world where people lived, but a hell where people died every day. Many children born during that period died before their first 100 days because they had nothing to eat. Those who survived also mourned from the pain of living. I survived and struggled to stay alive. I had worked hard through my life. If someone asks me when I was happiest, I can't help but say that I cannot remember, because there were no that kind of times for me. As soon as the wedding was over, I hurried to find a house for my family. 3 of us started living together in a small apartment with no separate rooms, but we were satisfied with it. A couple of weeks later, one of my sisters-in-law, who is in college, pushed her way into my house with her luggage. Then she never left until now. I scrambled to find a new house and moved into a detached 2-story house. Not long after that, another one of my sisters-in-law came in, and my family is now 5. Sometimes my mother-in-law and father-in-law visit and stay with us for a month or 2. Of course, I pay for all the expenses. It's very natural that I give them pocket money when they go home, and no wonder the college tuition for one of my sisters-in-law is on me. A year after marriage, one of my brothers-in-law died suddenly. He worked at work, came home, and died overnight. He wasn't even 30. I asked his wife, Did you call an ambulance at that critical moment last night? She said, no. I told her again. A young man couldn't have died in a few minutes, and they might have saved your husband if you called an ambulance. But it was over. These poor Filipinos don't even know how to call an ambulance. Oh, this is hell. I thought I should get out here, so I asked my wife what she thought about it. And she said she couldn't do that. She wanted to go to Korea and still does, but she doesn't plan on leaving her daughter here. I have to hang in here until I can hold on. I try to pull myself together. Corrupt country, the Philippines. The mayor who officiated at my wedding wasn't able to run for mayor this time due to a 3-term limit. And the new mayor was elected. That was husband of her, the former mayor. They are going to take turns keeping mayor's office for the rest of their lives. Mayors as a mayor should have a lot of work to do with taxes which were scratched and gathered from poor citizens. But I have no idea what they are doing. Electricity is frequently cut off almost every day, and the tap water is always muddy because it is not properly purified. I'm sure we've got a big trouble if we drink it. Here and there, roads are broken and swept away by rainwater, but there has been no one coming from the city hall to repair them during the year. The rich top 1% of the people live in luxury houses guarded by gunmen and thousands of square meters of land. But 99% of the common people's lives become impoverished as days go by. Prices soar, but wages never go up. One of my sisters-in-law works at a shopping mall. She works 9 hours a day and receives 400 pesos. It is equivalent to 10,000 won in Korean money. When I asked, is lunch given by the company? She said she had to pay for it with her own money. For lunch, you need to pay 300 to 400 pesos. So a day's wage is just the price of a lunch. The rich and the political powers have no intention of changing the current situation because they are, of course, not unhappy with the status quo and do not want a situation where reform will destabilize their position. During elections, all candidates compete in spraying money to the voters for their votes, and the voters choose some of them based on the amount of money they get from but do not evaluate the qualifications of the candidates. A few good people are concerned about the country and its people, but they cannot express themselves outwardly, because they know they could be disappeared without anyone knowing. I have to live in this terrible country. Of course, I can go to Korea with my wife and daughter, but what is worse than this hell is Koreans' prejudice against disabled persons. There are many disabled in the Philippines for various reasons, but no one discriminates against them. My daughter is smarter than her peers. She is good at English. She acts like a leader among her peers here. But in Korea, she must be left out alone for having abnormal fingers. I promised my wife that I would take good care of her. I'm afraid that I won't be able to keep that promise in Korea.
Star ako, Daddy. Daddy.
Ako, Daddy.
What up?
My 4-year-old daughter is now laughing next to me, watching YouTube Kids videos on a laptop that I bought for her. I never imagined that she was able to learn English easily like this by herself, just by watching videos. What have I done to study such easy English for 20 years? Maybe more than that. My wife sacrificed herself and married this old man for this child because she loves her more than herself. At the age of 65, my plan to travel around the world and enjoy my life
This is very
became a
high.
dream again.
Why my
I have to work hard as the same as I did
Your ears.
when I was young
Yeah, my ears
for
also.
my wife and
Actually,
my daughter.
Ears different.
Because I love them more than myself.
The low pressure.
Traveling around the world
Higher.
in the next life. Oh, I am completely fucked up. Next time, I'm gonna talk about the Philippine culture,
I want to show you this.
especially women, based on 10 years of experience in online English business and later in marriage. It will be very helpful, especially for those interested in international marriage.
Okay ka man, CR?
Thank you.
Ito, CR. Asan pa mo? Asan pa mo?
Daddy!
Sino nagatag siya ni?
Lolo.
Si Lolo? Ninong?
Ninong.
Sabi thank you, Ninong.
Ninong. Dito, Ninong. Ulos.
Hi ka, sabi hi vlog. Sabi hi vlog. Uy.
pink. Pink. Tail.
What is that? What is that?
Three.
Nice. Where's your nose? Your teeth? Your lips? Your lips? Lips? Your tongue? Tongue?
What?
Your head? Where's your head? Oh, very good. Your neck? Neck? Very good. Stomach? Ano stomach mo? Ano stomach? Fine.